You're saying is when I complain that water dripped on me from a palm tree at my house.
Yes.
It doesn't resonate.
I spoke to my mom yesterday, and I did not mention the weather. I may have said, like, it's raining. She was like, oh.
Yeah, my sister lives on the coast of Washington.
Yeah, just no one has sympathy for us.
It's not even rain. It's just there's waves just hitting you all day. All right, here we go, John Goulet. It's time to put me on the spot for another edition of Pop Quiz.
Pop Quiz, hot shot.
Get ready to play Pop Quiz.
Okay, Colin, first question. With Joe Flacco, the Broncos are now A, contenders in the AFC West, B, contenders for the Super Bowl, or C, somehow even less interesting than they were last season?
The correct answer is A. I think they're contenders in the AFC West. I agree with Joy. I don't think there's a huge gap. Case Keenum Flacco. But there is a, hey, outdoors, big guy, running game. I think he's a 10-5 playoff quarterback. He went toe-to-toe with Brady in Brady's prime more than once. So I think they're going to beat Kansas City next year? I do not. But they do feel a little more formidable. A little bit. They weren't, a little more formidable cold weather quarterback Flacco than they did with Case Keenum.
All right, second question. Heisman winner Kyler Murray should be A, the number 1 pick in the draft, B, a first-round pick, or C, 5 inches taller?
I think he's a first-round pick. I think in today's game, he's a NFL quarterback. Again, I said, I'm not making Baker Mayfield my quarterback. I don't want the off-field nonsense. He's not ideal. I think the kid at Ohio State I like a lot, Dwayne Haskins. 6'3.5", 230. I like Dwayne Haskins a lot. By the way, Dwayne Haskins is not athletic. He can't run. He's a pocket dude. This kid can run around. But I'll just say again, these small quarterbacks, Seneca Wallace, Pat White, Johnny Manziel, I know they're fun, and I do think there's times they can work, but I can't build around it. Number 1 pick means this is the 12-year starter in the NFL. That's what that means. That doesn't mean you can play. If you told me today, Kyler Murray 13 years from now is going to be running around, I don't believe that. Dwayne Haskins, I believe that.
Question number 3. The most impressive NBA streak is A, Russell Westbrook's triple-doubles, B, James Harden's 30-point games, or C, both guys continuing to have 0 shot at a title?
I actually think C. The funny answers, I do think the most compelling story is that these are January, February firework shows, and I do not think they work for ball-centric guards. I don't. I've seen Westbrook look tired at the end of years. LeBron's gone to his 7-8 straight finals. I've never seen LeBron in a final and thought, boy, he looks gassed. I thought Harden 2 years ago looked exhausted in the playoffs. Then he got Chris Paul, passed a little more, appeared to have more energy last year. And then I think Russell Westbrook last 2 years has looked tired. Nobody's just reporting the story, which seems obvious. These January, February explosions by guards hurt you at the end of the season. You are not quite equipped to go into a third playoff series.
Question number 4. The NBA All-Star Game MVP will be A, James Harden, B, Paul George, or C, anyone who actually manages to watch the whole game?
James Harden. The All-Star Game is made for James Harden. First of all, they don't play a ton of defense in the regular season. The All-Star Game is basically a skills competition with officials, so James Harden will win going away. And it'll be funny. He'll probably score 50.
All right, your final question. The coach of the Lakers should be A, Luke Walton, B, Mark Jackson, C, available to pick up LeBron's dry cleaning after 5 p.m. today.
Come on. I think Mark Jackson would be fine, but I like Mark Jackson. I think Luke Walton is not the problem. I don't think Luke Walton... I think he has a randomness to a substitution pattern, and I don't think he's, I don't think he's Eric Spoelstra. I think he's a young guy, so he's a young coach. But I don't think he injured LeBron's groin. I don't think he got Lonzo Ball hurt, and I don't think he had the rumors in the newspapers that created a poisonous locker room. So I don't think this is on Luke Walton. I do 8 days is a long time in a big city with a lot of media and a coach. They lost to an Atlanta team last night that's 19 under 500, and they gave up almost 70 points in the first half.
And Rondo was hurt, and Kuzma's been out a little bit too.
Yeah, it's not like Luke Walton's got breaks here.
What team exactly can lose 4 starters?
Well, and LeBron for a month.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't some changes that Luke needs to make or any of that. Like, there's plenty of blame to go around to everyone, but
yeah,
who's working with that?
Now, and they were, by the way, Joy, as you know, they were 4th in the West before the injuries. They were 4th. And we were all kind of going, oh, it's kind of interesting to go win 48 games.
LeBron, he is always statistically better after the All-Star break. He's going to come out. They're going to rally together. They're going to make it to the playoffs.
I think so, too.
This can't happen. It's all going to be fine.
It's going to be Golden State, Houston, Oklahoma City, and then, my gut feeling is kind of a Utah thing, a little renaissance in Utah. They'll coach their way up to about 4th, and then you're going to have a bunch of Sacramentos in there. Oh, I didn't leave Denver either. My bad. Denver will be 3rd or 4th.
It's not going to be easy.
No. But and by the way, they're going to have to play the Warriors or the Rockets in the first round, and they're going to lose. Nick Wright, Brian Scalabrine tomorrow. Guys, I'm just like you. I want more energy, more strength. I need more stamina. You know what? How about M-Drive? It's a family-run business. The father, Gary's a world-class scientist. He made an everyday supplement M-Drive to keep himself feeling like he did in his 20s and 30s. He wanted to stay active. He wanted to keep hiking, biking, and competing with his kids on the trails in Arizona. And he was refusing to let age beat him. We're doing the same. Strength, drive, that's M-Drive. Clinically tested ingredients. Increase natural testosterone levels. Other great benefits. Vitamin Shop, Walgreens, GNC, online. Retailers have them. Go to mdriveformen.com. New website, mdriveformen.com, and put in the code Colin, 20% off your M-Drive. Don't forget, type in Colin at checkout. Refine your prime with M-Drive. It worked for Gary. Now, he is a world-class scientist, but it worked for him.